The tax penalty for taking Social Security early. All right, this is a big deal. We're going to talk about this here because I think a lot of people, they don't think about this side of it, the tax side, and they need to. And this is going to be in response to my video I did yesterday where I showed you that a guy making $75,000 a year, he and his wife, and you're basically going to pay like $150 in taxes. It's crazy. So we're going to dive into this. That does not mean you should all take Social Security at your full retirement age. Doesn't mean that in the least, man. If you're a husband, if you're a guy with a young child and you're 64 years old, as one of my clients, yeah, by all means take it early. Just remember, at the end of the day, if you're single, a lot of times it makes sense, without question. Remember, at the end of the day, though, if you're married and your spouse is going to rely on your Social Security benefit, you want to think twice about taking it early. And we've already shown the tax consequence about delaying it to at least your full retirement age. This is for married people. We'll do single people next video for sure, because I think it's important for single people to understand as well. But I mean, for me, for instance, my wife is 4 years younger than me. My full retirement age is 67. If I take my benefit early, it's reduced for me. Now, her spousal benefit, just FYI, her spousal benefit is not based on when I file, it's based on when she files. So if I take my benefit early and she takes her spousal benefit at 67, she still gets half of my PIA. Even if I took my benefit early, all right, she still gets half because she waited until her full retirement age. However, she will get penalized at her survivor benefit. Her survivor benefit will be based on my benefit as whenever I filed. There's a lot going on here, man. Just don't fall for these, I'm about to say a negative word. Just don't fall for people. Take it at 62. Oh, some of the emails, the notes, was like comments, like, dude, what? It's like this visceral. As one guy said, he's like, the only people who delay are people who are greedy and have the love of money. I was like, oh, I said, dude, look, I'm sober. I've been sober since 5/25/1997. So if you're going to post stuff like that, you're probably drunk, and I'm just going to laugh at you, and I'm going to bash you. Because that's just silly. You don't know what people are doing, so shut the hell up. I freaking hate that. I hate the disdain for other people doing other things that these guys don't like. It drives me crazy. Why do you care? Why do you care what other people do? But to say, oh, they're all greedy and living it for the love of money. You're saying I'm greedy because I want my wife to get my max benefit? You freaking fool. It's nuts. Get the hell out of here, man. Ugh. I'm like, what? Huh? You got to call it. It's like, sober up there, Saudi. Sober up. Crazy. That doesn't mean you can't take it at 62. It's like, I got a feeling like people in their mind's eye, they just know, they're like, I'm taking it early, I'm taking it reduced. And it's like almost like a misery-less company thing. Because why would you be so hostile? That's weird, dude. No one on my side gets mad at people taking it early. I don't care. But the people who take it early get like angry at people who challenge the idea of taking it early. It's almost like they know, like, they might have made a mistake, and they want other people to join them so they can all be miserable together. I don't understand it. Whenever you do a video that says don't take Social Security early, man, like my man Fred Orst. Fred Orst says, oh my goodness, he's reading Martin Armstrong, that the whole thing's going to collapse in 2032. The entirety of the U.S. is going to collapse in 2032. I'm like, dude, you guys sound like Al Gore and AOC and Greta Thunberg. They're all going to die in 5 years of climate change and global warming. You guys sound just like that. It's crazy. All right, let's get into the gist here. You're already 3 minutes into it. All right, so here we got PIA, your old buddy Josh, my PIA, which is the amount I get at my full retirement age at 67, is $3,000 a month. All right, my spouse, she'll get half of that if she takes it at her full retirement age, all right? Assuming my spouse, in this case Charlotte, her benefit is lower than half of mine. That's what we're assuming here. So I get a PIA of $3,000 a month, which means she will get $1,500 a month if we take it at our full retirement age. Let's see yesterday's video to get more elaboration on this. However, because I'm taking at 62, my PIA will be reduced by 30%. So my benefit, I should say, my PIA is not reduced, my benefit is reduced by 30%. So I'll get $2,100 a month if I take it at 62. If Charlotte also takes it at 62, her benefit won't be 50% of my PIA, it'll be 35% of my PIA. She'll be reduced by 65% because she's taking it early at 62, as well as I'm taking it early. But remember, her spousal benefit isn't reduced because I filed early. Her spousal benefit is reduced if she files early, and we're going to have her filing early at this stage. So you can see, between us, we got $2,100. She'll get $1,050. So our total Social Security a month is $3,150. All right, which is $37,000. Now we're going to come back here. We have a need of $75,000, just like the guys yesterday. All right, again, this is for married people. There'll be single people coming up next. So Carl, pooping while standing out there. That's what he calls himself on YouTube. Hang tight, Carl. I'm going to do single people. All right. So we got a need of $75,000 here as our income needs. That's what we need to live on. A little bit more than $6,000 a month. And that does include health insurance. Huh? Health insurance, $500 a month for me, $500 a month for Charlotte, most likely, maybe $550 or so with Medicare Part B, Part D, and a supplemental policy. You can always look at Medicare Advantage to get it reduced if you want. I'm not going to get in that discussion here today. I've done a million videos on that, but that does include health insurance. So net of health insurance, we're living off about $5,500 a month, give or take. Without a debt, you can live on $5,500 a month. All right, anyway, so we need $37,200 from our portfolio to supplement what we're taking from Social Security. All right, so we got $37,800 from Social Security. We need $37,200 from our portfolio to give us our $75,000 a year of income we need. All right, so what we do then, we come over here, we got to figure out how much of our Social Security is subject to taxation. That's our first thing, and we do that with this thing called provisional income. So provisional income, you take your Social Security benefit, $37,800, divide by 2, and so $18,900 of our Social Security is the first step in provisional income determination, which does what? Determines how much of our Social Security is subject to taxation. $18,900 is half of our Social Security plus the amount we're taking from our portfolio in this regard, our IRA. Now, if this was just a bank account, this would be zero. It wouldn't matter. If this was a Roth IRA, this would be zero. It wouldn't matter. But this is a pre-tax account, or you can even say it's a pension. Someone asked a good question about pension. I think it's Angie. Miss Angie from California who's trying to move to Tennessee, which she should. Get the hell out of California, Angie. Tell your hub to butter up buttercup. Oh, man. I just had a good saying. Now I screwed it up. Oh, man, that was a good one. Size up buttercup. I don't know. Get out of California. Nuts. Well, these guys have water now. I just saw the table, and it wasn't Lake Powell, but one of those reservoirs y'all have in California, at least is up because you had some massive rains and snows last year. There's global warming. All right, so now we got $37,200 plus $18,900. So our provisional income is $56,000. First $32,000 is not subject to any taxation. The next $12,000, 12 divided by 2 is 6. That guy who said, Josh, your numbers are wrong. So 32,000, 44,000 minus 32,000 is 12,000, guy. 12,000 times half of that is $6,000. All right, so this bend point will always be 0. This bend point will always be $6,000. Just keep that in mind. Anything above $44,000 bend point, now again, I'm not going to get a deep thing on provisional income here. I've done videos on that. Just watch the video I did yesterday, maybe a better detailed explanation. So anything above $44,000, 85% of that is subject to taxation. All right, so in this case, we got $56,000 minus $44,000. That's $12,100 times by 0.85, which means $10,285 will be subject to taxation on that third bend point. Plus the $6,000 from the second bend point will be subject to taxation. So we add these suckers up. $16,285 is our taxable Social Security. All right, taxable. All right, $16,285. Our Social Security is $37,000. So about 45% or so of our Social Security is subject to taxation. Whereas before is like nothing. I can't remember exactly what it was on the video I did yesterday, but it's pretty doggone close to 0. All right, so we take the $16,285, we bring it over here to our 1040 to get our AGI, adjusted gross income. All right, that's the first step in the 1040. You got to get your AGI. You take all of your income, and this is $16,285 plus our IRA distributions. We add these guys up, so our AGI is $53,000, roughly $500. All right, now we get our standard deduction. Yesterday I used $28,000. I don't know exactly what it is. You can correct me. I don't care. But just for this stage right here, where you're saying $28,000 for married filing jointly over the age of 65. I think it might be a little bit more than that. But anyway, here, $28,000 our standard deduction. So our taxable income is $25,485. All right, so we have $75,000 of income, of which our taxable income, only a third of that is subject to taxation. And that nuts is great. We're in a 10% tax bracket, so we're paying $2,500 in taxes in total. All right, so that's not a huge tax hit. $2,500 on $75,000 of income, not that big of a deal. Except when you factor in We were paying less than $300 last time. By taking Social Security later, we were paying less than $300. Now we're paying, I mean, whatever that is, $2,200 more. What would that $2,200 be? What could that cover? Oh, your Medicare Part B premium right there. Just by saving, this is why I get these people like, I only got a $300 a month pension. I'm like, that's your Medicare premiums by and large. I'm only saving $2,200 in taxes, Josh. That's your Medicare premiums. Don't discount the tax savings on this stuff. Discount the tax savings, it's just don't. Now people will argue about, well, you need if you delay Social Security, you have to pay more tax on the front end. Yeah, you have to pay more tax on the front end until you take Social Security, because you're going to take all that $75,000 out of your IRA, 100%. $75,000 minus, for simplicity, $30,000. I can't do it in my head. $30,000 of standard deduction. Your taxable income will be $45,000. You're still in the 10% tax bracket. You're going to pay $4,500 in taxes until you start taking Social Security. I'm sorry, dude. If you're on Obamacare because you're 62 years old, you're still going to qualify for Obamacare premium credits until you're 65 anyway. Yeah, you're still going to pay some taxes on that, but then you're going to pay that for 5 years, 62 to 67 essentially. You'll probably qualify for Obamacare premium credits in the interim. And by the way, when Social Security kicks in, you're only going to pay a couple $100 in taxes, whereas this guy is going to pay perpetual high taxes each and every year. I mean, it's not high. I mean, we're not Sweden, for heaven's sake. You know what I'm saying? It's still, I think it's a good old US of A. Not so sure anymore, given the deal that Hunter Biden got. Weird. January 6th, insurrectionists are in jail for multi-decade sentences, but Hunter Biden. Weird. Wesley Snipes got jail for 3 years, and some rapper got jail for 3 years, but Hunter Biden. And where this is a legit government? Really? Really? It's a legit government? There's nothing you can do about it, dude. It's not. And this is where Fred will be like, see, they're going to take us all away. I'm like, dude, I get it. What are you going to do, man? I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to friggin' sit there and watch Fox News or watch MSNBC or watch some guy on YouTube tell you how bad it is? Or you're just going to get out there and go grow something. Go get a garden. Go take a walk. There's nothing you can do about it. The government is not legit. Because Trump gets reelected won't make it legit either. The government is not our friend. But the government is is the cards we've been dealt. So use it the best you can, man. The idea that Social Security will be gone when we had a counting error for the Pentagon where they found $6 billion to send to Ukraine. It's such a freaking joke. It's such a joke. They can print money. They'll keep printing money, keep printing money, keep printing money until it falls apart. But we still have Greece. You know, the Greek Empire fell, the Roman Empire fell, the Ottoman Empire fell. We still have Turkey. We still have Greece. We still have Egypt. If you just look at your book, the book of Jeremiah I'm reading right now, Habakkuk, Nineveh, you know, that got taken down. Babylonian rose, Babylon fell, Egypt, you know, that fell. I mean, but these places still exist. You know what I'm saying? There's still a Damascus, for heaven's sake. There might not be an Assyria, but there's still a Syria. They're still in Israel, even after 70 AD with the Jewish revolts. They're still in Israel. They're still in Jerusalem. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same, but it's still there. America will still be here, but the idea that 2032 is all going to fall. So you better get Social Security now. What are you going to do? Put in the stock market? Yeah, I'll have some growth in my portfolio. I mean, if you really think 2032 we're all going to collapse, why even saving money, dude? You might as well just spend like a drunken sailor and just freaking enjoy it. Because if you really think that's the case, why even plan at all? If 2032 is all going to collapse anyway, and you better get Social Security now because they're going to take it away in 2032 anyhow. I mean, why would you save anything? You just start lighting up some freaking meth, dude. You might as well party. Go out partying like it's 1999. Again, if these videos help you, you want to buy me a cup of coffee, it's the Doobie Dook. A lot of you guys did that yesterday. I really appreciate that. So much obliged. Decaf. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't take any prescription drugs. I used to take Lexapro. I got out of that. I don't trust a big pharma. I don't trust the AMA, the American Medical Association. I hate to say if there's a worse group of people than the AMA, I don't know who it would be. So I don't need caffeine because I'm hyper enough as it is. But if you do want to buy me a cup, put in the link will be in the show notes. If you want to subscribe to my email list, the link will be in the show notes too. I'd love to hear your thoughts. We'll see you.